Hello, welcome back to the channel, and this is a channel where we give you reviews, don't do unboxings, might do a few playthroughs next year. Not going to do any of this year, because I can't be fucking arsed. But we generally like to talk like bollocks about tabletop gaming in general, and in this video we are going to be continuing our countdown of our top 100 board games of all time for 2024. This list has changed quite a bit. There's some good old faithfuls on there, but there are some new games on there as well, so don't die whilst you're watching this. Don't impale yourself on a school gate or anything like that. Not that you should be going anywhere near a school at this time of day, unless you've got kids, of course. But remember, if your favourite game of all time isn't on this list, that's because A, we haven't played it, or B, we think it is complete and utter dog shit. So remember, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to this channel, hit the like button and all that YouTube bullshit. See you after this. Bollocks. So number 90 on this list is a game by one of our favourite designers of all time, Maybe Stefan Feld has sort of fallen off the wagon a little bit lately, but it's Castles of Burgundy, Stefan Feld's masterpiece, In this game, you'll be rolling a couple of dice, you'll be using the pips on the dice to take different actions. You might want to ship some goods to far off land, You might want to embellish your estate with some tiles that do different shit, Like maybe some sheep or something like that. You might want to stare wistfully out the window, like the prick on the cover. Or maybe you want to employ some workers or get some silverlings in your pocket. Castles of Burgundy is a masterpiece of design that never gets old, The mitigation of the randomness of the dice is integral to your strategy with this one. Everybody loves Castles of Burgundy unless you are a complete and utter fucktard, right? So if you haven't played Castles of Burgundy, seek out the original Ravensburger cheap as chips copy, because you don't want to be paying out 150 quid for a super deluxe copy of a basic Euro game, do you? Unless you are fucking stupid. So Castles of Burgundy, Stefan Feld's masterpiece. No more to be said. Let's move on. Number 89 on this list is another worker placement Euro game. It's Trois. In this game, you'll be rolling dice again. You'll be arranging them in the town square, and then you'll be using these dice to take different actions. Maybe you want to fight off the ever-present marauders, Or maybe you want to stick your dick in the bishopric. You'll be getting cards to give you more scope to take different actions. And if you're playing with the Ladies of Trois expansion, then you can go around the ramparts with your knob swinging between your knees and doing more stuff. Trois is a fucking masterpiece, It's old now, isn't it? How old is it? Like 10, 15 years old, something like that? I don't know. But I still love it. It's just complex enough to give me a fucking brain ache and simple enough to make it accessible, But it's an ever-present Euro in our collection. Never getting rid of it. It's absolutely superb. Number 88 on this list is a game by Jamie Stegmaier. It's probably his first sort of standout masterpiece, It's a game called Viticulture. This is a game about making wine. You'll be putting your workers out onto a board that represents spring, summer, autumn and winter, and you'll be taking different actions. You might want to get some visitors into the winery to give you special abilities. You're going to have to grow some grapes to make wine. You're going to have to press the wine. You're going to have to flog the wine at markets. You're going to have to get wine tasters in order to convince people that your product is better than what you think it is, so you can get more money for it, I love Viticulture. It's so simple. It plays up to 6 players, which is a fucking bonus for our group, And I'm just a bit gutted that James Stegmaier now makes a load of shit, It's just, over the last couple of years, it's just been fucking wank games from him, Used to be top bollock with Scythe and even Tapestry we really enjoyed, But now it's just fallen by the wayside. Got involved in a load of bollocks, and it's just really sad to see the once revered games designer end up like a tramp in the fucking gutter. But anyway, we've still got his early games to play. We still enjoy Viticulture. And maybe Jamie should stay off the fucking wine, mate, you know what I mean? So, number 87 on this list of our top 100 board games of all time is a Reiner Knizia game called Rapido. And just be aware, there's no pedos in this game. This is a dice chuck and push your luck game, On your turn, you're going to roll 2 dice. You could decide to stick, or you can keep rolling until you get higher amount. These dice are unorthodox, because you've got 7 on the die. And if you roll an X any time after your first turn, then you bust, But if you don't bust, you'll put your dice on this track. And then when anybody places dice that are equal to or higher than yours, then they can chuck you off. But if you're still on the track when your turn comes around, you're going to get some points, and then the first to 20 points, I think, will be the winner. Rapido's fucking awesome, It takes that usual Reiner Knizia thing where you got a very, very simple concept. There's a nice little twist to the game, It's a great push your luck game, doesn't take too long, very, very simple, and it's one of our favourite Reiner Knizia games, I think. So if you're on this list, don't bail out and keep watching, right? 88 on this list is another dice chucking game, but it's not a game what you're used to. It's a game called Tumbling Dice. In this game, you've got this big wooden plinth with different levels. Going to flick a die down these levels. You get points for the number of pips on the die multiplied by where it comes to rest. Yeah, that is it. First to 100 points or over 100 points will be the winner. And this comes out every fucking time we have a gathering, which isn't very often considering I haven't got any friends. But we'll be having a bit of a buffet over Christmas. Yeah, we'll be pulling this out. Everybody will grab a load of dice. We'll just go round and round the table, and it's fucking awesome. Tumbling Dice. Don't get the small version of this, get the big fucking stonking erection version, stick it on your kitchen table and have a really good laugh playing Tumbling Dice, because it is one of them games where people go, what the fuck is that? No, that's people in all the size of my cock. But they go, what the fuck is that? You guys, Tumbling Dice. You want to play it? Number 85 on this list is a real-time game. It's Escape Curse of the Temple, or as I like to call it, Escape Curse of the Bloke. This has had more expansions than Nicole Kidman's face. In this game, you'll be playing it to a timer. Can't remember how long the timer is, but at various intervals in the timer, something will happen. You will hear a gong or something like that. And where you've been running around the temple trying to collect these different gems and that, you have to go back to a specific tile. Anyone that doesn't make it there gets fucked up in a rockfall. And then you'll go back into the temple. You'll be trying to get gems again. You'll be trying to find the exit, yeah? My wife won't play this one because she said many years ago, I think she said it made her blood pressure go up high where she thought she was having a cardiac arrest. So she won't touch this one with a dog shit ended barge pole. But everyone else loves it. I love it. Escape Curse of the Temple set the bar that high for these real-time games like Magic Maze and all that sort of stuff, or other games that may or may not be higher on this list. But yeah, Escape Curse of the Temple is bloody brilliant. 84 on this list is a dexterity game called Blocky Mountains. This one flew under the radar when it first came out a few years ago, yeah? I loved it so much, I contacted the designer and picked up all the expansions for this one. But what you're going to be doing, you're going to be creating a course out of these blocks, yeah? Blocky Mountains, innit? You'll have a little climber or something on a rope, and maybe you'll have a bear that you'll be able to pull along. You'll be trying to get your explorer from that point to this point without knocking over blocks or him falling over or her falling over or them falling over. It's a wonderful concept, yeah? I can't believe that this game hasn't been more popular. There was a cheap version that was released a couple of years ago. Did it have plastic blocks instead of wooden blocks? But I don't know. You might be able to get that on Amazon or whatever. I'm sure I saw it on there a little while ago. But yeah, Blocky Mountains, a sleeper hit in our house. I love this game, and if you can find it, have a little look at it, because I guarantee you'll love it, yeah? So number 83 on our list of our top 100 board games of all time for 2024 is another Jamie Stegmaier game. This game, for me, changed the landscape in a radical way, not only in terms of production, in terms of the way that people buy games, yeah, because this was a fucking massive hit on Kickstarter, yeah. Open the floodgates for the sewage that now comes trundling through the outlet that you have got addicted to. It is Scythe. Did I already say that? Yeah, but anyway, Scythe, yeah. This is a game that takes place in Soviet Russia, innit? Not a very popular location at the moment in certain board game circles, but you'll be taking different actions, yeah? You'll have a board where you'll have a little pawn and you'll be taking an action, but then you can't take the same action again until you've taken another action, right? The usual thing, moving around, picking up resources, having a few scraps, yeah? Going up people's tunnels, and you've got these really nice plastic mechs you can use to traverse rivers and eventually take control of the factory in the centre of the board. It's going to give you a massive bonus. No, I didn't say a massive boner. You'll be getting achievements, get a certain amount of achievements, the game will end, and whoever's got the most points will win the game, yeah? Scythe is a fantastic production, it's a fantastic game. It takes a lot of elements of different board games that were really well loved before 2015 when this first came out, melds them into an absolutely stunning package, and it kept on being supported all the way up to a few years ago, yeah? You've got a board extensions, you've got bigger board, you've got airships and stuff like that. You can play this with up to 7 players and that, and there's even like a sort of a legacy campaign version called The Rise of Fenris, which is fucking amazing, yeah? Like we said, it's just a shame that Jamie Stegmaier has drunk too much fucking Burgundy and sunk into a quagmire of fucking bollocks. But there you go, still got Scythe, and I'm still going to keep playing it because I love it. So number 82 on this list is a game called Tales of the Arabian Nights. Yeah, this is the second edition that was released by, is it Z-Man Games? It's right here, actually. It's released by, yeah, Z-Man Games a few years ago. In Tales of the Arabian Nights, you're going to be wandering around a map of Asia. You'll have a book of tales wherever you go. Somebody will read a paragraph in the book of tales, and you'll have a decision to make. You might have to have a scrap. You might have a sex change. You might end up in prison. There's all sorts of weird and wacky things that are going to happen. There is a scoring mechanism that every time we play this, we ignore it because it is fucking pointless. We are there solely for the story. This is getting a reprint. I ain't touching it because there's some stuff in it that just doesn't need to be in there, and the artwork looks like fucking shit. I like the classic version of this one, and I'm going to keep it because I haven't gone through all the stories, and what's the fucking point in buying games that you already own, especially when it has been changed probably for the worse, you know? number 81 on this list is a game by the deceased master of board game design, Sid Saxon. It's a game called Can't Stop. In this game, you'll be rolling a couple of dice and you will be, in our version at least, moving your explorers up a mountain, trying not to bust, yeah? You've got 3 explorers that you'll have to do, and if you ever roll a number where you can't move an explorer, then you can't move any of them, yeah? Can't Stop is one of the best push your luck games you can get today. It's really, really old, yeah? But it still holds up, yeah? It will never ever go out of print. It keeps coming back. It's just got a new edition even as we speak. So if you haven't played it and you do like push your luck games that don't take the piss out of how much time you've got left in your life, Can't Stop is probably a no-brainer, yeah? If indeed you actually have a brain, you fucking scarecrow. So there you go. That is the next installment of our top 100 board games of all time. Are you fucking bored yet? Are you screaming at your TV telling me to stop? Well, I've got news for you. There are another 8 segments of this coming in December. So if you're fed up, go and waste some money down your local board game cafe instead of actually buying a game and sitting in a fucking pub. So remember, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to this channel, hit the like button and all that YouTube bullshit. See you in the next bit.